Rain slithered in thin coils, tracing the cathedral spires of New Prague, the city of mirrors, where glass and grit held hands in uneasy alliance. Kira Marek breathed in streets thick with ozone and secrets as she stepped from her shuttle, the cold pinching her cheeks as if to warn she was unwelcome. Her trench coat, black as the void between stars, fluttered about her calves as she pressed toward the pulsing blue glow of the old clock tower, where a message had summoned her at dusk. Every footfall echoed with purpose. Relic sellers and gene morphs huddled beneath tarps. The city watched her, or maybe the city simply watched everyone, its omnipresent drones humming overhead like metallic insects scenting fear. A memory stabbed through her. The last time she'd walked these streets, her brother Luca at her side, both of them idealistic enough to believe justice and truth were more than stories whispered across static in midnight alleys. But Luca hadn't walked out. His badge, shattered and bloodied, had. Now, 5 years since that night, a message arrived in Luca's encrypted signature. Meet me where time is broken. Trust nothing. Not even me. She pushed into the clock tower vestibule, boots crunching broken glass. Inside, golden light from the shattered clock face spilled across a figure hunched over the machinery. The outline was achingly familiar. Luca, she whispered, heart tripping between hope and dread. He turned, his eyes sharper than she remembered, hair tinged silver at the temples, a mark of those who'd spent time off-world. He regarded her as if weighing worlds in his gaze. I'm not sure we have long, he said softly. And when he smiled, it was the old Luca, weary, eager, burdened with news too heavy for one person. You got my message. Kira's voice was low. I watched you die. I held your badge. Here he faltered, pain flickering. I needed you to believe that. Someone inside the directorate, the ones in the mirror masks, they were watching. I've been somewhere else. Something's coming, Kira. It's already here. Thunder shuddered above. Shadows scuttled behind gears. Kira reached instinctively for the pulse gun hidden beneath her coat. Talk quick. He pulled a chip from his pocket, symbols etched in what looked like living metal. They called it the Oracle Project. People vanish, politicians, scientists, artists. They're reappearing with holes in their memories, different in small ways, as if someone rewrote them. I saw it happen, Kira. I barely escaped. His voice broke. I think they're trying to rewrite you next. Kira's world reeled. No, why me? That's just it. You cracked the glass chamber case. You remember things they want erased. They're erasing the city itself, sister. The brass machinery groaned. Distantly, sirens rose, warbling with the voice of authority. Luca returned the chip to his coat, eyes shining. He stepped closer. Rain imitated tears on his cheek. I've mapped a back door. There's someone who can help. But if I disappear again, promise me you'll follow the white moths. You'll understand when it counts. A tremor shivered through the tower, an EMP surge. Luca pointed to a battered service hatch. Go now. Trust your instincts. I'll meet you at the synthesis docks. Sunrise. Will you? Her voice was a ghost in the storm. He smiled with too much sorrow. I have to. Kira slipped through the hatch as the city's power grid ebbed, rising into chaos. Through the tangle of wires and dripping masonry, she moved shadow to shadow, memory to memory, until the world outside blurred to rain and neon veins. She didn't sleep. Instead, sitting beneath the faded sign of a noodle house, she let the chip's living metal surface bloom in her palm. Flecks of bioluminescent script crawled across it. The mirror waits. Deeper still. White moths fluttered toward the alley's single blue bulb. She clenched her jaw and pressed forward. In the synthesis docks, morning fog gilded everything silver. Cargo cranes loomed like hibernating titans. The white moths danced in spirals, landing now and then on the cold, wet shoulder of a cloaked woman, Moran. Her face, every feature wrong for this world, eyes reflecting constellations from elsewhere. She signaled for Kira to follow. Beneath the docking bay, in chambers blasted out by forgotten resistance, Moran spoke. He told you to trust your instincts. Good. We don't have long. The Directorate, their oracle is awake. The closer you get, the more they'll try to rewrite you. It feels like forgetting, until you're nothing but a shell who says yes. Kira's hands tightened. I want to see Luca. I want to stop this. Moran's lips quirked. You may have to choose. She pressed the chip to a crystalline conduit. Holograms unfurled, fragments of the past, of Kira and Luca, their childhood, Luca's indoctrination, Kira's first love lost on a field of ruined glass. Scenes twisted, shuddering as if rejecting themselves. They erase what makes you stubborn. They aim for memories with glow, love, fear, the moments that build resolve. Kira's anger caught. They turn us into machines. Worse, Moran said, voice breaking, into acquiescent citizens, ghosts in their own skins. At that, a siren shrieked. Directorate agents burst into the catacombs. Black-clad, mirror-visored, guns spat fire. Moran hurled a field of dust and light, caught between reality and probability. Go! She screamed as shadows swallowed her. Kira tore through maintenance corridors, the chip's script leaping like a frightened animal. At the end of a tunnel, a mirrored door pulsed. Identity verification, it crooned in Luca's voice. Her hands shook. What if this was a trap? What if nothing was real? She pressed her palm to the interface. I remember the day you caught the quartz butterfly, Luca. I told you its wings shimmered with every choice we never made. The door dissolved, the Oracle's core room. Machines pulsed in amber light. The air shimmered, heavy. Within, Luca stood flanked by mirror-masked Directorate officers. His eyes flashed sorrow, then resolve. Sister, you have to finish it. Kira blinked back tears. How can I save you? He slipped the living metal chip into her hand. They will rewrite me, but I can anchor you if you're strong enough. You must tell the truth, even to yourself, even if it hurts. Moran, somehow alive, rushed in, voice sharp. Do it, Kira! Break the cycle! Kira pressed the chip to the heart of the Oracle's machinery. Memories flooded her. Luca laughing, Luca afraid. Whispered stories of resistance. The feel of crystalline bone. Hands joined in the endless city dark. The machine screamed, screens strobing with her life. One by one, the mirror masks shattered, revealing scared faces. People, not monsters. Luca staggered, reaching for her hand. For a breath, she thought it would be enough. But the Oracle demanded a price. A memory, her favorite, of running by the river as children, Luca's voice singing rebellion. It drained away. She wept as she fought to hold the rest, anchoring herself in pain and love, refusing the blankness. The Oracle died. Silence stretched. Did we win? Luca's voice was thin, half the boy she remembered. I think we changed the story, Kira answered, voice ragged but fierce. Her hand found his, even at a cost. Emerging from the broken tower hand in hand, they found the city changed, people dazed, eyes clear, as if seeing sky for the first time. Miran limped at their side, battered but whole. Truth hurts, but it heals, she said. Cities remember, even when people forget. Kira looked to Luca, his arm warm in hers despite the scars. She grieved for what was lost. A childhood laugh, a song, a piece of herself. But in its place blossomed something fierce, a stubborn hope, crystalline, casting its own light on rain-slicked glass. Above, white moths danced in the shards of a breaking dawn.